Alright, so I had this idea for describing how I might build an application from the ground up with no upfront architecture. So all the architecture will be done as the application evolves. And it's a very minimalist approach. I will not be using any kind of front-end framework like Angular or React or Ember or Vue or Aurelia or any of those things. It is for an inventory management application because that's what I came up with. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And I don't know if I'll talk much or not at all, but let's get going. So I've got Visual Studio Code open, and the first thing I'm going to do is just initialize the Git repository and then initialize the npm application. Okay, so yeah, inventory management's fine, version 1 is fine, description. Yeah, enter point, index.js is fine, test command is fine, Git repository is fine, keywords fine, author, license is fine, whatever. Is this okay? Yes. Alright, so we've got package.json and practically nothing in it. So there is this, which I'm actually going to, well, we'll leave it there for right now. But we'll say start is going to be well, yeah, start is going to be index.js. So let's see what that does. If we add source, so really let's try something like that. And then we'll, oh, that's not, I wanted a folder source, and then in folder index.js. Alright, so let's just hello world. We're supposed to have that. And then let's come down here and we'll just say npm start. Alright, so it's mad at me. And yeah, so come back up here, and this has got to be node source, I think. I don't do a whole lot of node development, so okay, yes, that was it. Alright, so hello world. Alright, so we are essentially configured now to start doing something. Alright, there is an HTTP serve, so if we say const HTTP equals require HTTP, and then we do HTTP start. Variable stream default controller. Let's go look up HTTP real quick. So I'll switch over to switch over to this, and we'll just go npm.js org and HTTP. I'm probably doing it wrong. Okay. HTTP documentation. Server. Here we go. So here's an example. Let's just grab that. Okay, that should be pretty simple. And then over here. Alright, so we just wipe that out. Paste. Through the extra line. Well, that's another thing we need real quick. Let's do a new file, .editor config. Alright, and then we'll just copy an editor config from the internet. Editor config. Yeah, we'll grab that. Okay, come back to here and paste that in. Yes, yes. Topmost editor config file, yeah. Imagine multiple files with braces, extension notation. Sure. We don't care about Python. We're not using a makefile. That's going to be for every JavaScript file. And all the JSON files. And all those. There's a way to exclude. Well, this only works on things that you open anyway, so I guess I don't really care. Okay, back to here. Alright. So we'll have to look at HTTP2 to see. Let's go ahead and do that. What do we have to do to use HTTP2? Okay, we'll do that instead. Then the client side, oh well, we don't need that right now. Looks a bit more involved. Create secure server. Well, we don't have those. Do we need those? We might need those. So let's go look. Let's go look at that. To generate the certificate and key for this example, run this. Seems simple enough. Run it down here. Right. So this would actually be there. That was stupid. And I don't see the cert problem. Subject does not start with slash problems making a certificate. Okay, so it's not working. Alright, time to Google's. How long have we been going? 10 minutes? Okay. Let's see. Subject does not start with that. Problems making stuff. Okay, this issue is specific to MinGW, which is common. The solution is to pass -- subject argument with leading double forward slashes and then use backslashes to separate the key value pairs like this. This will be magically passed to OpenSSL. In the expected form. So to answer a specific question, you should change the subject line in your script to the following. Okay. I can manage that. Alright, so come here, go up, and that's that one. Right? Or is that backwards from what they were suggesting? Forward, forward, and then back. Okay. Forward. Let's just try that. Okay, hey, that worked. Yay. Alright, so then these are both going to be that. Although, I can just move them into source, and then I can get rid of that. Alright. So let's try that. So if we just make a request, any request, server on stream, I'm gonna say 3,000. All right, so npm start. It's mad at me. No such file or directory, localhost. Let's see if that makes it happy. Nope. Really? Oh. Something like that. There we go. Okay. So then if we go to localhost 3000, I would have expected it to work. Not that I know what on stream means, but what if we go back to here, client-side example. Alright, so there is a connect event, an error event, a frame error event, a go away event, a local settings event, a remote settings stream, a reference to the stream. The stream event is emitted when a new HTTP stream is created. Timeout. Alright, you know what? If we're going to get anything done before then we're gonna do this. I don't have the time to deal with all that. Alright. And this is much simpler. Alright, so we created those, but we don't need them. Ultimately, we're going to be hosted through some third-party service that will provide us with the HTTP stuff that we would care about. So I don't really care right now about that. Okay, so instead of this, we're going to say response dot there's got to be a way to hello world here. Alright. When the client error event occurs, there is no request response request. Response. Response status code, response status message, response write. Okay. So, response status code 200 and response status message okay. And then response write. Chunk is a string or a buffer, encoding defaults UTF-8, and then the callback function. So really just response.write and some code. So let's try that. Alright, so we're going to say write. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to say response.write. There. If we can get on 3000, if we can get that to work. Alright, so it's not mad at me. So let's see if we can get that to work. It works. Fantastic. Alright, now, just like the HTTP2 example that we looked at, we don't actually want to, where was it? Server side. We don't actually want to load only stuff from here. We want to do something like this so that we can display a file instead of just that, instead of just the hello world. So really what we want to do is we want to say, whenever someone comes in, what we're going to do is, right off the bat, I'm going to say status 200, status, sorry, yeah. So we do that. And and then I'm going to fs dot read file sync, and we don't want to sync, we want to async, right? And then we're going to say dir name plus slash where can we get the stuff from? Oh, you know, we're just going to load it right here. Index.html. All right. So we're going to read that file, async, and then when it's done, that's where we're going to do this stuff. Now, I need to make sure that I've got the right, so just read file. Okay, so it wouldn't be read file async, it's just read file. Yep, so function error data. Oh, this is data. Okay, so we'll just grab that real quick, and then go to, not that. I need to close those. Go to here and do that. All right, so if error, throw error. That's not entirely true. So if error, then status 500 status message error. Right, do that. And then response end. Well, I'll do this. Else. How does it do that? I'll do that. All right, so either way the response is going to end once we try to read the file. Get rid of this async part. All right, I don't care about that. We're going to make it just a lambda or arrow function. And yeah, so instead of logging the content, we don't care. We're not going to process the file, but what we can do is we can say write data. Right, so that should be the contents of the file. Now I would expect the first run to be a 500. So let's test that out. Start. Okay, it's not mad at me. Go to here and refresh. Okay, so we get that. But what if we open this up, we go to network, and we refresh? We get a bunch of 200s for, oh, because I need to preserve log. Refresh. It's Not doing what I was hoping it would do. Oh, that's because it crashed. Status does not function. Is it just that? I don't know. Alright, let's try again. Start, it's not mad at me. Let's go back over here, we'll refresh. Status code 200. Error. No such file or directory, that one. Okay. So that partially worked. It's status code. Let's try that. Oh, we need to end this. WebStorm. I didn't open WebStorm. Okay. So now that that's running, we can clear the log, refresh. Alright, fantastic. We got 500. And the error is that there's no such file, index.html. I'm going to do one more thing and then we're going to end this video. So I actually want to get something up and running. So a new file, index.html. Title, this will be inventory management, nothing extra, body, and we're just going to say h1. Hello world, save, and then we'll kill it, start it. Starts fast, don't it? And then refresh. Hello world, boom. Alright, and we should have gotten, yes, we got exactly what we passed in. So that's fantastic. Our title is inventory management. As you can see, we got exactly what we passed in, and the whole thing is 13 milliseconds to load our file, so that's not bad. Alright, so I'll stop there because it's been half an hour, and that really is too long. I need to set up like a timer. Wait, you know what? Let's do let's do Pomodoros. So we've just done a half an hour, so then we'll take a break, and then next time we will do another half hour. Sound good? Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I can learn stuff and you can learn stuff. Good times. All right, bye.